You're fired right now.
In the heart of Willow Creek, a quiet suburb just outside Chicago, where folks still waved at neighbors and local grocery stores were the hub of community chatter, something unexpected was brewing at Evergreen Groceries. It was a crisp autumn morning in 2025, the kind where the air smelled like fallen leaves and fresh-baked pies from the bakery section. Marcus Reynolds, a tall man in his mid-50s with salt and pepper hair, stepped up to the deli counter wearing faded jeans, a worn flannel shirt, and scuffed work boots. He looked like any hard-working guy from the neighborhood, maybe a factory worker or a truck driver stopping in for lunch meat. But appearances can be deceiving, and on this day, they were about to unravel a web of prejudice that had festered for far too long. "Here, take this pack instead," Emily Carter, the young clerk behind the counter, said with a forced smile as she slid a package of ground beef toward him. The meat inside was tinged with gray, slimy around the edges, and the expiration date screamed 3 days ago. Marcus glanced at it, then at the gleaming trays of fresh cuts displayed just out of easy reach. "I'd rather have the fresh one over there," he replied politely, his voice steady and measured, like a man who'd learned patience the hard way. Emily wrinkled her nose, as if the request offended her senses. "That's premium Angus, Sir, $12.99 a pound. This discounted stuff is probably more in your price range." She grabbed a disinfectant wipe and scrubbed the counter where his fingers had brushed it, making exaggerated huffing noises that drew glances from nearby shoppers. A few chuckled uncomfortably, but no one spoke up. Behind Marcus, a college-aged woman named Sophia Jenkins discreetly pulled out her phone and hit record, her live stream quietly ticking upward in viewers. Have you ever walked into a place feeling like you belonged, only to be sized up and dismissed in seconds? Marcus had, more times than he cared to count, but today was different. The store's digital clock read 10:47 a.m.73 minutes until the corporate audit that would change everything. Jason Hargrove, the shift supervisor, emerged from the back cooler, his uniform crisp and his expression already souring at the sight of Marcus. "Trouble, Emily?" he asked, eyeing the man up and down. The torn jeans, the simple shirt, the unassuming demeanor. "This gentleman wants the top-shelf steak," Emily explained loudly, her voice carrying across the aisle. Jason nodded knowingly. "Sir, our prime cuts are fresh from the farm this morning, $12.99 a pound. But we've got some older stock marked down cheap. Might suit you better." Marcus kept his cool. "I'd like the fresh steak, please. Could I check the packaging date?" Jason positioned himself like a bouncer, blocking the display. "The good stuff's for our regular patrons, the ones who don't haggle over prices." Shoppers gathered now, whispering. Sophia's stream hit 50 viewers. Discrimination at Evergreen? This is unreal. 10:52 a.m.68 minutes left. Marcus adjusted his sleeve, flashing a hint of a high-end watch that clashed with his outfit. He pulled out his phony sleek, latest model device and snapped photos of the expired meat. "Hey, no filming without permission," Jason barked. "Food safety's public record," Marcus countered calmly, capturing dates on browning lunch meats and wilted salads from last week. Emily's cheeks flushed. "It's not expired, it's on sale." But the photos told the truth. Beef 3 days past, ham from 5 days ago. A gasp rippled through the crowd. "Is that what they're pushing?" an older woman murmured. Marcus produced a slim leather wallet, pulling out what looked like a business card. "I'd like to discuss this with the store manager about inventory practices and how customers are treated." Jason laughed harshly. "Customer service is for paying customers, pal. Maybe hit the dollar store across town, they cater to folks like you." The words stung like a slap, heavy with implication. Sophia's viewers jumped to 200. "Folks like me," Marcus echoed, his eyes sharpening. "You mean hardworking Americans from this neighborhood?" Jason doubled down. "This ain't exactly your crowd, is it?" An elderly woman in line cleared her throat. "That's out of line, young man." Emily snapped back. "Mind your business, ma'am." 10:58 a.m.62 minutes remaining. Marcus flipped open his wallet wider, revealing documents with the Evergreen Groceries logo. He activated a small digital recorder. "This conversation's been recorded legally, since one-party consent applies here in Illinois." Jason paled slightly. "You can't do that." But Marcus held firm. Sophia's stream neared 500, comments exploding. "This is wild, call the media." Marcus methodically photographed more violations. Cheese curdled at the edges, yogurt cups bloated from age. "Sir, stop or leave," Jason demanded. "I'll wait for the manager," Marcus said simply. The standoff thickened the air. Marcus stood composed amid the growing humiliation, while Emily and Jason guarded the counter like sentinels. No one knew the clock was ticking toward a revelation that would upend lives. 11:03 a.m.57 minutes left. Karen Fletcher, the store manager with 15 years under her belt, clicked across the tile floor in sensible heels. Her confidence was sharp, honed from climbing the ranks in a cutthroat retail world. "What's the issue?" she demanded. Jason straightened. "This guy's harassing us, snapping pics without permission." Karen sized Marcus up modest clothes, quiet stance, and dismissed him instantly. "Delete those photos and go, sir. We don't tolerate troublemakers." "I'd rather discuss food safety breaches," Marcus replied evenly. Karen's laugh was cutting. "From someone who probably shops at discount bins? Please." 11:07 a.m.53 minutes remaining. Marcus showed his phone. Clear shots of expired steak. Dates undeniable. Karen snatched it aggressively. Gasps echoed. Sophia's stream blew up with outrage. She stole his phone. Scrolling through, Karen's face shifted from smug to worried. The evidence was ironclad spoiled goods pushed deliberately. These are out of context, she claimed weakly. Your staff targeted me with bad meat because of how I look, Marcus said. That's discrimination. Prove it, Karen shot back. Marcus nodded to the crowd. Witnesses, recordings, yes. A voice chimed in, a middle-aged lawyer-type woman. Single-party consent, here Hayes legal. Karen radioed security. Code yellow at deli. 2 burly guards arrived, shifting the vibe from dispute to threat. You're trespassing, Karen announced. Time to leave. Marcus didn't budge. I'm reporting violations. I'll wait for corporate. The word corporate hung heavy. What corporate? Karen demanded. The audit at noon, Marcus said. They'll want to see this. 11:15 a.m. 45 minutes left. The guards threatened police. Sophia's stream hit 800. He's standing his ground. Call them, Marcus dared. I'll report fraud and bias. The power flip stunned Karen. Whispers grew. An older black man shared. They sold me sour milk last week, acted like it was a favor. A Latina shopper added. Selective service here always. 11:22 a.m. 38 minutes remaining. One guard whispered to Karen. Let him wait if corporate's coming. Marcus confirmed. They are. And everything's recorded, your calls, actions, all of it. Karen whispered. Who are you? Marcus checked his watch. Soon enough. 11:25 a.m. 35 minutes left. Police arrived. 2 officers wary amid the crowd. Trespassing? One asked. Karen pointed accusingly. But overhearing the bias claims, they backed off. Sounds like a corporate matter. 11:30 a.m. 30 minutes remaining. Marcus's phone buzzed a text. He smiled faintly. Corporate's in the lot early. Through the windows, a sleek SUV pulled up. 3 suits emerged, striding in purposefully. 11:32 a.m. 28 minutes left. Marcus flipped open his wallet. An ID badge, Evergreen Groceries, executive clearance. Marcus Reynolds, regional VP of operations. Silence crashed like thunder. Emily dropped her scanner. Jason gaped. Guards retreated. Oh no, a shopper whispered. This location's been red flagged for service issues 8 months, Marcus explained calmly. Today's undercover checked see real treatment. Karen stammered. That can't be. Call to verify's my line, Marcus offered. Sophia's stream surged to 4,000. He's the boss. Epic twist. Police excused themselves. Internal good luck. Marcus revealed documents. Satisfaction scores abysmal, 2.1 out of 5 overall, 1.3 out of 5 courtesy. Broken down. White customers 2.8/5. Hispanic 1.9/5. Black 0.7/5. Explain the gap, Ms. Fletcher, Marcus pressed. 11:38 a.m. 22 minutes left. Sophia stepped forward, flashing her badge. Sophia Jenkins, corporate compliance. Documenting for bias review. Double shock to undercovers. Sophia's data, 67% complaints from people of color, 43 formal in 6 months versus district average of 4. Marcus's phone rang. Janet from legal, on speaker, streaming live. Twitter's blowing up, evergreen bias trending. CNN calling. Viewers hit 7,000. Corporate trio arrived. Regional Director Linda Hayes. HR Chief Robert Ellis. Legal Advisor Maria Gonzalez. Status. Linda demanded. Marcus. Bias confirmed. Safety breaches recorded. Live streamed to thousands. Estimated liability. 7 figures minimum. Robert approached Karen. We need to talk now. 11:44 a.m. 16 minutes left. Marcus played recordings. Emily's, discounted for your type. Jason's, not your crowd. Undeniable. Photos showed expired goods pushed deliberately, health code violations, potential crimes. More stats. 847 complaints yearly, mostly from minorities. Resolution times skewed racially. Low bias training completion. 34 safety lapses. High turnover among diverse staff. $847,000 annual loss from settlements. Emily pleaded, I need this job, loans, rent. Marcus. You needed dignity for customers too. You failed. Jason begged for chances. Marcus. You denied them to others. Why deserve one? Stream at 10,000. Accountability. Corporate huddled. Linda. Terminated immediately. Emily, Jason, Karen. Escorted out. But Marcus showed projections. $2.3 million loss if unchecked. Stock dips. Boycotts looming. 11:55 a.m. 5 minutes left. Linda to Marcus. Recommendations? He produced a plan. Systemic overhaul. Termination start, Marcus said. Food safety. 17 violations today. $25,000 fines each. Karen denied. Maria countered with falsified logs. Sophia added. Title VII discrimination pattern over months. Exposure. $3.2 million conservative. $15 to $20 million aggressive. Marcus. Health Department alerted inspector at 2 p.m. Criminal negligence for pushing bad food. Insurance voided by bias claims full exposure. 11:58 a.m. 2 minutes. CEO Thomas Edwards called, on speaker, watching live with board 15,000 viewers. Plan. Marcus. Authorize overhaul $500K budget. Live for transparency. Pause. Approved. Details. Noon. Marcus outlined. 1. Destroy expired stock under supervision. $43K loss. 2. 40-hour bias training, external led. 3. AI inventory tech, $125K install, $8,000 monthly. 4. $500,000 community fund for food aid, equity programs. 5. Promote diverse staff, e.g., promote Tamara Lewis, Black produce clerk, to assistant manager, $52,000 salary, Miguel Torres, Hispanic stalker, to service head. All within 72 hours, Marcus insisted. 12:02 p.m. changes began. Staff pulled bad goods. Marcus, cultural shift respect tracker app, direct reports to corporate, 24-hour probes. Monthly audits, public reports, community sessions. Cost, $1.2 million first year. Savings, $4.7 million from better retention, PR, civil rights groups letter. Support if implemented. Advocacy against if not. Thomas, full Gore sources yours. 12:10 p.m. terminations finalized. Emily sobbed, can't afford this. Marcus, consider before bias. Jason, it's store culture. Robert, admitted on cam out now. Guards escorted them, the irony thick. 12:15 p.m. promotions. Tamara beamed. Me? Manager. Marcus, your service shines. Miguel, honored community focus. 12:20 p.m. App demo. Anonymous reports, no retaliation. A shopper, what if payback? Marcus, auto fire liability. 12:25 p.m. fund approved. Local pantries, youth initiatives, urban alliance oversight. Elderly man, sustain it. Marcus, legally bound, quarterly audits. 12:30 p.m. training scheduled. Mandatory, refusal means out. Worried employee, long timers. Marcus, fresh start, respect, or leave. 12:35 p.m. AI system explained. Alerts prevent lapses. Health inspector arrived early. Impressive transparency. 12:40 p.m. Karen approached Marcus. Sorry not for firing, but for my prejudice. I'll train myself. Marcus, words to action change matters. 12:45 p.m. Tamara led. Equal service for all, no exceptions. Miguel, serving people, not judging. 12:50 p.m. Linda to stream. 18,000 viewers, measured publicly satisfaction, diversity. Sophia, monthly checks reports. By 1 p.m., Evergreen transformed from bias symbol to accountability model. 3 months later, in early 2026, Marcus revisited Willow Creek. Stock up 18%, satisfaction soared to 4.6/5. Staff diverse, reflecting the suburbs mix. Tamara trained newcomers. Dignity first. An older shopper. Feels welcoming, me kids shop here now. Video views hit 2.3M, sparking reform. 17 chains adopted similar apps. Midwest justice trended, sharing stories of change. Emily volunteered at equity nonprofits post-training. Jason apologized online, relocated. Karen spoke at conferences. Bias kills, businesses learn from me. Marcus's method. Calm evidence over rage taught in seminars. Competence and character win. Work continued. Forums, 0 complaints via app. Vigilance key. This tale proves one stand sparks systemic shift, documentation trumps confrontation, turning injustice to progress. What do you think? Share in the comments. Have you faced injustice or violence in everyday life? Take a stand, express your views on tackling bias and unfairness. Your stories could inspire change.